Really quick before we get into today's video and everything like that and introducing the channel, I just want to apologize. I'm really new at starting out on this YouTube thing. I didn't prepare totally everything that I wanted for the channel before I started filming anything, so I do need some stuff for my car so that way my car quality, like in-car filming, will get a lot smoother, a lot better. I'm just trying to work out camera angles and I'm trying to get my gimbal working so that way I can make sure I don't have any weird shake cam and everything like that in the future. But like I said, just try and bear with me. I promise the car content that's going to come out of this channel for right now, especially because all my friends' builds are going to live here too, it's going to be absolutely insane, and I cannot wait to take you guys along with me. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for tuning in and clicking on the video. My name is jtlaplante. I just put some 93 in this LS Monte Carlo, and we're going back to the garage so that way I can show you guys what else is going to be coming to this channel and kind of what our plans are going to be for the next coming year or so, and who's going to be involved and what's going on and everything like that. I'm super stoked to finally put all the crap that I do with these cars with my friends on YouTube. They have taught me so much stuff that I can't wait to share with you guys over my builds over the next couple of years, as well as theirs. I know they're going to want to show some. They don't really have their own channels right now, so for now, I guess everything's going to kind of live on this channel, but I know for a fact that they're going to try and get their own channels going here soon. I'll give you guys a little sound clip of the Monte right here too. Straight piped LS4 5.3, nothing else special about it. It's honestly so ignorant. My friend Howie, my roommate, helped me weld up my brand new straight pipe exhaust and everything like that, and it's breathing so much better. It sounds great. I had a little bit of a misfire issue going on at the beginning of the year. Actually, literally because I over-torqued spark plugs. So if you guys replace a component and you don't think that you replacing it or installing it wrong could have caused your problem, you're probably wrong, because it definitely could. I started replacing a bunch of different random stuff trying to knock down the misfire, and it ended up just being the plugs that I put in. So just goes to show you always got to double check your stuff for sure. But I'll be back at the house soon, and we'll show you the rest of the builds, and we'll get going with the rest of the day. All right, back at the garage now, guys. Got the Monte back there. Don't even know where it's at, apparently. But basically, this has been my daily since about November of 2019. It definitely needs a lot of TLC. It needs a lot of love. As you can see by the fender fitment right here, I got in an accident in 2020 that I actually didn't cover my part of it with insurance. I decided to fix it myself. So it's got some stuff kind of janked together over there, but I have the best friends in the world that helped me get that car going again last year. So it'll definitely be a long-term thing. It's my only daily right now. I have another pile of junk that we'll address at another later date right here, but for now, that's my daily, and I am in search for a drift car. My whole friend group, I mean, as you can tell, E36, there's an E36 right there, there's an E36 right there. Our friends are really into drifting, so I cannot wait to get started on this type of stuff with them. But basically, the three things we got going in the garage right now are all my friend stuff. This is my buddy Jackie's E36. They are working on a full cage, Pro 2, Pro spec, clutch kickers, any kind of pro drifting style type of thing that you want to talk about. This car is going to be able to do it. It's going to be set up with the right certifications, safety, everything with the cage is all certified. So that is in the middle of being built. This, on the other hand, is about as bone stock as you can get with the 36 compared to this car on the other side. This was literally just picked up yesterday. My buddy Alex traded his X3 BMW SUV for this car. He also has a 1 Series, which I will show you later, that makes upwards of 600 horsepower on the hot tune with a full WiseFab angle kit. I don't want to take any credit away from my friends because their builds are sick, but I also want their builds to be out there. So they're going to live here on this channel for now, and we'll kind of figure out what we're going to do from there after. But yeah, this is basically the garage. We're going to be keeping track of that 36 on the other side with the cage mainly, because that is the huge project that's going on right now. But this is the weird one for right now. This right here is a Sandrail, but it's not no ordinary Sandrail. Can't really tell from right here. Have to get some better angles of it, but that right there is a W body supercharged 3800 series 2 with the entire front subframe still attached to it. They literally took the front subframe out of a 97 to 03 Grand Prix and literally shoved it in the back of a Sandrail. And with the supercharger and everything like that, it's going to make somewhere in the mid 300 range. We're hoping. I know those motors haven't been able to go around 400 horsepower or anywhere around there without a lot of work, or they haven't made it there at all yet. I know that for a fact. They don't make too much power, but we're going to try and go crazy with this thing. That's a customer car from my friend Howie that helped me with my exhaust. So, like I said, these builds, They're out there, they're crazy, they're wild, they're fun, and I just can't wait to bring them to you guys and everything like that. Clearly, we have too many tires. Half of them can't even mount up to a car because they're de-lammed and corded and everything like that. But yeah, this is basically the house. Nice 3-car heated garage. Bring you guys some content in, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alrighty, without giving too much away, without talking to my friends first, I figured before I left the garage, I would kind of show you guys just kind of the layout of what's going on in here. I know there's stuff everywhere in here, and I also don't want to show too much of this car because I know he wants the reveal of that thing when it's done to be extra special. But I figured I'd give you a better view of this W body wiring harness mess that's going on right here. But there is a supercharger on top of that V6, and this thing is going to make some good power, and it's light, clearly, so it is going to be able to move out of its own way with absolutely no problem. Howie still has to figure out the exhaust and a couple other things to do with the back end of this thing. Anything that you see that's not painted blue, like the bars right here for the coilovers and everything like that, that is all stuff that he cut out or added after the thing got here. So it needed a lot of work. It needed headlights, taillights mounted and everything like that. So it was a lot of work. This right here is a lot of work. It is a stock E36 that's barely even been touched yet. But this thing is going to get drifted. It is going to be crazy. It's having a little bit of a misfire issue right now. That's why you can see the plugs and everything like that are out. It's getting worked on. But this right here, I just really quickly skim over it really quick. I don't want to show you too much, but the attention to detail in here and the level of fab work was absolutely insane. I know they went through more rust repair than they really wanted to with a car like this, but I mean, it's turning out absolutely incredible. You could eat off the bottom of this car. Alrighty guys, let me take a quick second while he's out actually signing the car up to go to a drift event this weekend. Show you around his 1 Series really quick. It's a 135i. It's got M fenders on it currently. He's got a big duck club wide body kit ready for it though. Full drift missile. It's a Wise Fab angle kit on it. Twin turbo N54, 6-speed manual. I mean, she is an absolute beast. Don't mind the mud. We do have a dirt driveway over here going out the front. But also this right here, if you have never experienced a V8 W body, whether it's a Grand Prix, a Bonneville, a Monte Carlo, an Impala, I highly recommend it. I know people are going to laugh at that, but it is an LS nonetheless, over 300 horsepower from the factory. It gets great gas mileage, like for a daily driver that you're not looking to be anything like too insane or not manageable or not dailyable. This thing with an LS in it, even though it's facing the wrong way in its front wheel drive, this thing has been an absolutely incredible daily for me. I've had to deal with a couple issues here and there, but other than that, this is a really good daily driver platform. I mean, besides cold air intake, headlights, taillights, exhaust, a couple other cosmetic mods in the accident, she's basically bone stock. So it is gonna get a bunch of love in TLC here soon, and if I find the time or you guys want, we can end up fully building this thing too. Who knows? I kind of want to lower it on some BC Racing coilovers and get some wheels for it, so that way it's sitting really nice for next summer driving around. But yeah, we got 135, we got the Monte, we got all this stuff in here. Way too much stuff to have fun with, guys. We didn't even know what to do with half this stuff. Let me just give you guys like a little bit of a kind of a synopsis of what's going to kind of be going on with this garage over the next couple of years and everything like that. A bunch of us are out here finishing our degrees in Ohio for automotive high performance. So there's going to be a lot of content coming out of this garage on multiple channels, hopefully by next year. My channel will be constantly pumping out content from this garage, but hopefully my friends will get on board so that way their builds and stuff like that, they can go in way more depth. They know way more about them than I do, obviously, because they're their builds, not my builds. So, but I'm so happy that I'm going to be able to have a platform now to at least get their builds out there, even more than they already were, because they're so cool and they're such down-to-earth people and they're so deserving of everything that they've accomplished and everything like that. So I can't be happier to like finally give them almost a platform to get their basis on and start on making their stuff public. I mean, it's too cool sliding around cars like we do and doing what we do and not sharing it with anybody, because yeah, there are YouTubers out there that have been doing this for years, but not like we have. Absolutely not. I think we have a very unique group of cars, all the way from a front wheel drive LS car to a big turbo inline six full blown drift car. So it's going to be a very wide variety of content. I think we're going to be able to satisfy any car lover. Between, like right now, I'm staring at a full-blown race car E36, a bone stock car, and a Sandrail. Like, guys, that's such a huge variety of stuff. And the Sandrail's powered by a Pontiac motor. Like, who Bro, I'm one of the only 40 Pontiac people left on the planet. Like, it's going to be really, really cool. It's going to be a wide variety of stuff, and I cannot wait until you guys get to see more of it. Jackie just bought a Jeep with an LS in it. Oh my God, dude. We love LSs where they don't belong. I told you. Quality variety. Chevy 10-bolt stuff. All right, I guess there's just no better way for me to start this part of the video than to just start it. So clearly a long time has passed since I filmed the beginning of this video compared to right now. I have different glasses, my hair is longer, this car is covered in a complete different wrap than the last time that you saw it. So there's a lot of stuff that's happened, and I will bring you up to speed on all of it right now. The main one that I want to touch on is the car that used to be sitting here, was Jackie's E36. Full cage, looking to get pro spec license this year, full pro car. I know some of you probably in the comment section, if there are going to be a lot of people watching this video, where I was saying that it's fully FD legal and blah, 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 and filming the inside of the car. I know that if you know enough, some of you are going to comment that that car was not fully FD legal just by looking at the cage. And yes, we know the bars have been cut out since then. We were fortunate enough last year to work with Rome Charpentier, who is a Formula Drift driver. He has an LS swapped Magnuson Supercharged G36. It was an incredible opportunity through Jackie and my friend Jack to get to work with him, learn on his car, learn about the sport that we love so much and everything like that. But actually, he was nice enough to take time out of his day one day and call us and just walk us through the parts of the rule book that we either misunderstood or we just didn't read close enough to. I know Frankie and Jackie put a lot of hard work into that cage, and they were very upset at the fact that they had to tear it down. But at the same time, the car still had no engine and trans in it. It didn't have a rear end assembly in it at the time. It has wheels and tires on it and suspension now, so we can roll it around. It is now back at his house. But we were happy that Rome and everybody else that told us about this cage caught it while the car was still apart and not while the car was getting painted, put back together. You know, the whole 9 yards. That would have made it so much harder to fix bars towards the back. Now, the bars that I'm talking about specifically are his C-pillar bars that come off of the halo towards the back. They did not mount on the bottoms of them to the car in the correct spot. They actually have to go through the deck lid, below it, and actually into the trunk above where the rear subframe would sit in the car. It's a little bit different of a placement than how we had it, and it just wouldn't have been legal. So I'm very shocked at Rome. I don't know if you're gonna watch this, but if you ever do, you are the biggest homie ever in Formula Drift. Shout out to you. You've helped us so much and just been so willing to answer so many questions for us. We have you to thank forever for getting involved in this stuff. It's just been incredible to be able to work with somebody that closely and just get advice when we need it and stuff like that. Because as long as we get to be able to do this later in life, then that sport's going to have people competing in it. So he's willing to help us, which, I mean, that's why I love drifting. Everybody's willing to help everybody. It's super, super cool. But one series clearly got wrapped with the Street Crimes 2021 livery. There were going to be a few more cars that ran this livery. Unfortunately, like I said, real life happens. Some people are not going to be able to compete in drifting to the level that we want to this year. So that happens. We totally get it. It's no big deal. Our friends are still going to support us no matter what, and we're still going to support them. So whether or not this wrap is going to stay on this car this year, I don't know how long it's going to stay for sure. Just because he's trying to go so professional this year, we don't know if we're going to have to rewrap it for if he gets sponsors or if the Street Crime thing is just too much for the series that we're trying to do or what. So we're going to figure that out. This car is also getting ready to go under the knife for a big single turbo. I need to coordinate with Alex whether or not he wants to film stuff, put it on his own YouTube channel, or he wants me to film stuff and put it on my YouTube channel for now. It will live on YouTube, I promise you. This car is going to be insane. Hopefully it breaks the internet this year. It is going to be hopefully the first 1 series with Big Duck Club's Drift Aero spec wide body kit on it. Now, they've made wide body kits for 1 series before, but he purchased the first ever drift specific spec aero kit from Big Duck Club for this car. So I might not be the first one with it on it because I know other people probably have ordered it since then, but he was the first one to buy one. So that is super, super cool for the 1 series community, especially if you're into drifting. Big Duck Club now makes a kit for that. Hit them up if you have any 1 Series body kit needs. And the other thing that I wanted to touch on where Alex is concerned, that blue E36, unfortunately, that was on the channel, that has since been wrecked. Alex is okay. It was not his fault. The car is in pretty bad shape. It's still in our possession, so we're going to decide as it gets warmer if that's going to be something that's worth our time and money to rebuild. He has since bought an E46, a silver E46, for his simple seat time car in daily for right now, so we're definitely going to be bringing you content on that car as well, because that car might get a half cage. It might get the little stuff to be, you know, a simple seat time car, so definitely expect some stuff from the 1 Series and the E46. I plan on putting the Monte Carlo and all the stuff for my cars, because I plan on getting an E-chassis to drift this year as well. All of that's going to live here. That's going to be the main stuff that lives here. So if you like LSs, if you like BMWs, you like drifting, Monte Carlo, like, I got you. I'm the guy on this channel where that's concerned. And I still have that Sandrail off to the right here, where you're still wiring that thing up, and Howie has been putting in God's work on that thing because it needs a lot, and we're just having a little bit of a fueling issue right now, but I've owned 4 of those cars and 4 of those engines, so I'm racking my brain on trying to help him on that. Might have to reach out to the W body community on that one, honestly, at some point, but yeah, that thing is going to be super cool, and that's going to be one of the first builds to get done this year, so that's one of the first ones that you guys will see. But yeah, that's a quick recap. E36 with the cage in it, it's getting recut up. It is almost ready for paint. It's almost ready to get thrown back together and shred, which is insane. This one's ready to come apart. Whether or not it stays wrapped, I don't know yet. I love this wrap. I had part in designing this wrap, so Alex obviously did the chrome part of it and made it his own for his car, but I had some input on the design of this, and I was super, super honored at the fact that this was actually on 2 cars at one point, driving around and getting a ton of compliments. Like, it just doesn't feel real to do something like this practically in a video game almost, like as a kid, and then do it in real life later on. It's just crazy. So this one, gonna go under the knife, single turbo kit, crazy, E36 with the cage. Those are the 2 big builds right now for my friends that we're following. And then, like I said, E36 got wrecked, 46 is now on the channel, and we got the Monte Carlo and my E-chassis that's hopefully coming within the next couple of months. So I have plenty of car content planned for you guys. Comment down below if you have any questions, comment, concerns, criticisms at that point. Like, honestly, I'm so new to this stuff. I know some of my camera angles in the beginning were not the best. I know some of the sound quality wasn't the best. Promise you, I am working on it. I'm going to get better every time I upload, I promise you. And yeah, stay tuned for more car content, guys. Peace.